Well, if you wanted to send a photo to 5 friends on your smartphone, that would be pretty easy. But what if you were a company wanting to send out advertising to 500,000 customers? Well, that wouldn't be so easy. How do you make sure it gets to all your customers on time? 5 years ago, 2 Americans, Steve and James, started a business in Shanghai to do just that, manage the cloud computing operations of companies that didn't want to do it themselves. And with China's explosion of mobile computing, that turned out to be a very good thing to do. Let's log on and take a look.
China's computing and data storage needs are mushrooming. That's why so many companies have set up computer clouds, the huge banks of data storage servers needed by growing companies. Alibaba will rent you space on Aliyun, and Baidu will rent you data storage on Baiduyun. Even international players like Microsoft have now started data banks for rent in China. Amazon is on the way too.
The Chinese market is so large. There's going to be room for all kinds of different people. I mean, IBM is going to be here, but they're focused on one type of market. Microsoft's focused on Microsoft markets. Amazon's focused on Tencent's focused on gaming. So the market is so big, I think it's going to be competitive, but very interesting. And reality is, in the end, it's going to be great for Chinese users because they get all this technology, low cost, all the great things about the cloud.
Steve and his partner James are 2 Americans who are in the middle of China's booming cloud computing market. 5 years ago, they started a company in Shanghai called ChinaNetCloud, the first company in China to offer cloud computing infrastructure, the stuff that lets you find your mobile apps or chat with your friends on social networks.
The main job is really to outsource and operate large-scale internet systems. So we really run the back-end infrastructure for Chinese e-commerce sites, game sites, and so on. Well, we really help 2 different things. One is we help customers build their systems. So a lot of customers come to us with new projects, new systems. So we design and build their system and then we run it. Or they have existing large systems that usually have a lot of problems or issues. So we'll come in and audit, investigate, optimize, and then run it. So we really are in the business of fixing and running internet systems.
Before coming to China, Steve worked in Silicon Valley for 8 years. In 2007, he came to Tudou as Chief Technical Officer. His problem there was finding enough good internet engineers to run the company's systems, so he decided to do it himself.
China has the largest internet in the world, largest number of users, 500 million more, but not enough engineers, not enough operations, not enough security, not enough performance, all these things. And I really wanted to solve that problem, so not only just for Tudou, but also for everybody else. So we really started this company to solve that problem.
At the same time, partner James was at Bearing Point, an international consulting company delivering large data plans for insurance companies and similar systems. He had the same problems and found the company was losing deals when it couldn't manage or operate the systems. Both men saw a big opportunity in offering operations as a service.
At the time, we sort of became drinking buddies for a few years. But at the time, I was also in consulting doing business development. So we were selling large projects, ERP system implementations, to banks and insurance companies. And what we found was that as a consulting company, we were competing against other firms like IBM, HP, and others. And other companies could say that they could not only implement the system, but they could also run and manage the servers. At my company, we were not able to provide server management, so we were often losing large deals to other companies. So when we looked at that, I said, Steve, there's an opportunity in this marketplace to provide managed services for companies.
With a shortage of internet cloud administrators in China, that, of course, was the first problem ChinaNetCloud faced. James and Steve figured out a way to make things look good.
This is about our 4th or 5th week in the company, and we had an important customer coming over. At the time, we only had Steve and I and 3 other employees, so just the 5 of us. And I said, no company is going to believe that we're going to manage their servers 24/7 when there's only 5 of us, right? So we said, tomorrow, everybody bring a friend to work. And we need a friend, have them bring their notebook, And the next afternoon, we had 10 people in our office. And when we did the company presentation and showed the customer around, we said, and we're adding new employees every day. And it looked like we had a company of 10 people when we only had 5. We continue to show how much larger we are than we actually are, and project ourselves to get a better reputation in the industry. Thankfully, today we have nearly 100 people and thousands of servers that we're managing.
Now the company's staff is growing at 30% a year. Steve works hard at nurturing engineers, which he regards as the core of the business.
So we have training programs, we have systems, procedures, tools, and lots of different technology that we can use to solve this for many, many companies. But it's very difficult for a technology company to do that by themselves. Because if you're a small company and you start, you tend to hire one person. That's all you can afford. Then you hire a second person. And it's very hard to grow and have really good people because you're a small company.
The company's second big problem was paying for those employees once they found them. Most Chinese customers wanted to pay after receiving the services, and that caused more than a few problems with bill collection. Customers kept turning them down.
I went home that night and I said, I'm so stressed, I went for a massage. When I went for a massage, they asked me, do you want to buy a VIP, a membership card? And I looked at that and I said, if I get a membership card, I get a big discount on the massages. Got my massage, went back to work the next day. The next customer that comes through our door, I want 1 year of service payment plus setup up front in my bank account, and then we'll begin the service. And the next customer paid an entire year up front plus setup. And I'm like, this can't be possible.
It was such a good idea, they tried it again, and it worked. They turned around their cash flow in 10 days, which let them do the kind of hiring they wanted and begin to grow the business.
Now they manage thousands of data servers and have more than 250 customers. 60% of their customers are local Chinese companies, 10% are Chinese companies working outside China, and 30% are foreign companies working in China.
Most of ChinaNetCloud's customers are medium to large size and include e-commerce, new media, social networking sites, gaming companies, and mobile apps. Yves Rocher is a leading French cosmetics brand that started their online business in China 3 years ago.
ChinaNetCloud, they have a very proven record in China. They have already many customers in the e-commerce field supporting high international customer demand. So this is very important for me. They have proven record. I can do it internally. I can also build the server protection by myself, but it's not my core business. I can work with other partners. But on the market, on this specific segment, I think they are one of the best. Consequently, I can let my team focusing on marketing, innovation, new features, and I can expand quickly my business.
Many of ChinaNetCloud's best customers come from the relationships they have with data center, CDN, and cloud companies. There are more than 40 of these now, 2/3 of them overseas. The China domestic companies they work with include Aliyun and local infrastructure players like China Cash and China Net Center. Steve and James manage the customer systems at these data centers and cloud companies' servers.
应该说是互为合作伙伴。一方面呢，就是云洛呢，它有一些海外的客户，然后一些业务在国内的落地。那么它本来在海外就是由他们来服务的，所以在国内这一部分呢，他们就选择了阿里云，然后同时呢，也继续为他们提供这种服务，代为的服务，这是一块。第二块呢，就是作为阿里云来讲，我们也有我们的一些客户开发者，那么我们有些呢，刚才我也讲到了，他们也是有这方面需求的。那我也看到云洛在这个在这方面呢，其实他们也是不断在积累了很多，包括一些工具啊，包括一些模型啊等等。那我觉得这都是在朝着一个就是好的方向在走吧。
ChinaNetCloud has even started taking in money from the government. The Shanghai Xuhui Science and Technology Committee has contributed 300,000 yuan in support.
就是说云计算呢，作为我们整个徐汇区信息产业来讲，是一个重要的推进领域，是我们近几年一直力推的一个行业，也是代表了下一步的一个产业的发展的方向的。所以呢，是我们一个主导的产业，我们的政策包括相关的服务都向这个产业进行的倾斜。他们在这里呢做的东西呢也是比较创新的，从技术、运营到管理都是很创新的。那么我们的专家也给了很高的分数，因为这样的原因，我们基于这样的一个判断，给它进行了扶持。
So far, ChinaNetCloud has raised about $1 million from 2 rounds with angel investors and small VC funds. 3 of their customers have even joined the business. Since 2009, ChinaNetCloud's revenue has grown about 100% a year. Last year, it grew to $2 million. Still, the company just managed to break even last year. Growing bigger and faster is the only way to survive.
In China, about 70% of large-scale companies use the Linux operating system to run their computers. That includes most e-commerce, new media, gamers, and social network sites. The remaining 30%, including most government and public institutions such as hospitals and schools, use Windows systems. Most data management companies in the country work on these Windows systems, but ChinaNetCloud specializes in Linux. That means that 70% of the market should be open to them. But, as often with computers, things aren't that simple. First, there's the good news.
国外的话，就是类似的这样的一个outsourcing 的针对 Linux 做运维外包服务的还是蛮多的。国内的话，国内的情况是因为起步相对比较晚一点，因为有很多的就互联网的一些企业有一些他们是有自己的一些技术能力，他们呢可能处于创业的早期，所以呢分工还没有那么细，可能有一些工作还是由他们自己来完成了。但是我们也看到说由自己来完成，那么特别是由开发人员来完成运维类的工作呢，我们觉得就是不是很专业的。那随着那个他的自己的业务的发展，在互联网上的发展有些越来越好，越来越大的话，他们也会把这个分工更明确一些，然后把运维的工作也有机会外包出来。
But while the market in cloud computing management is growing, most top internet players such as Youku, Taobao, Baidu, Sina, and Sohu choose to manage their own server operations.
第一，我觉得可能是不差钱吧，就是他还是这个有这个资金，然后可以去支撑一个专业的运维团队。第二个来讲呢，可能他有自己，因为他的系统比较庞大，那么可能安全策略，包括网络，包括系统。然后他们可能有自己内部的一些规范。另外一点呢，就是第三点呢，就是说，那个往往他们的运维呢，都会针对自己的业务做一些个性化的一些运维工具的开发。它不是一种通用的运维的概念，它往往跟它的应用会跟它的业务会结合的比较紧密一些。所以呢，这些公司呢，就是不太会选择那个第三方来做运维，只能说相对来说就是处于创业阶段，然后发展了一定阶段，就是中小规模的这样的一些公司，可能更愿意把这样的一些服务外包出去，这样它会比较轻它的那个它可以比较 focus 在它自己本身的一些，比如说 App 上面的开发呀、用户体验的改善呀等等。
So Steve and James have done well, but there is still a lot to be done as they navigate around a changing business landscape. Not surprisingly, they're pretty confident.
Certainly in the cloud computing area, China is not up to where the West is right now, for a variety of reasons. But that's changing very quickly. In the coming year, we have Microsoft already here. We have Amazon coming. We have IBM coming. We have companies like Aliyun, Tencent, and so on, finally doing a lot of exciting things here. So still many years behind, but I think within the next 3 to 5 years, we'll see things much more equal sort of everywhere. Which is very exciting because it's a huge benefit for China, I think.
And of course, it's also a huge benefit for companies like ChinaNetCloud, who got into the business with a lot of know-how just when the market began to take off. The trick now will be keeping their company up and running in the changing business of keeping your smartphones and computers up and running.